Today we are going to talk about pollen in honey. As we know that pollen is found in honey, which is collected by the bee. And what do the bees do? During collection of nectar from the flowers, it takes some of the pollen, and many pollens are attached to its limbs. And then when it comes to the beehive, it uses this pollen to make honey. There is very interesting phenomenon about the pollens. We know that pollen are very soft part of the flower, but pollen has got the toughest plant material on earth. Its walls are so stable, they're so resilient that it cannot be broken by strong acids, even by strong alkali, even high temperature. This pollen have got many amino acids inside this. Almost 30 to 35% of this pollen content are amino acids. Now the doctors, students of science, biology, they know that these amino acids are very important for our health. Amino acids are the building blocks of proteins and enzymes, neurotransmitters, coenzymes. They are made by these amino acids. All these amino acids, they have got different activities in our body. During this COVID situation, the most uttered word is immunity. And these amino acids are very important for our immunity. We can name different amino acids with different functions like threonine, tryptophan, leucine, lysine, valine, and all of them have got different functions. Now, the thing is, if the bee take the pollen and give it to the honey, what if we take the pollen direct from the nature? As I mentioned, these pollens cannot be digested by human digestive system. There are some ruminant animals who have got these enzymes to digest pollen wall, but it is for them only. We cannot use this. The most surprising thing is that inside the body of the bee, there are two stomachs. One stomach, the bees use to store this pollen. And not only that, there are some special bacteria that digest this pollen wall inside this bee stomach with some enzyme of bee itself, and this bacteria, they digest the pollen wall. So when it comes out of the bee's body and goes inside the honey, only then it is available to human body. Now, a very important thing to tell you that many of the big honey companies, they filter this pollen when they bring it to the market because of 2 points. Number one, if the pollens are there, many times the honey crystallize. Sometimes there is fermentation. Now, because of these two problems, it is very difficult for the big companies to keep the pollens inside the honey and take it to the shelf of big shops. But as we have seen that if we remove the pollens, if we filter it, then we are depriving ourselves from many of the amino acids found inside the pollen. And it is not clear yet how much of the amino acid comes out of its sac, comes out of the sac of the pollen by digestion of the bees. As I've been dealing with fertility for the last more than 2 decades, what I have found that honey, virgin honey, unadulterated, unfiltered honey, with its high amino acid content inside the pollens is very helpful for development of good sperms, healthy sperms. The sperm heads have got DNA, and its compaction, its final maturation is done by arginine, which replaces histidine. And it is very good also for development of embryos. From fertilization to formation of morula, methionine is very important. So we need good honey for our reproduction also.